What is up, guys? Today we'll be unboxing the Galaxy S20. I decided to go with the Plus model, so after taxes this thing was $12.83, so extremely expensive, super uncomfortable purchasing this, most expensive purchase I've ever done, but I really wanted to try this phone out. So in the box you'll find some manuals. You'll also find your quick charging brick as well in here, so you have your fast charging brick. You also have the AKG headphones, which seem like they're pretty good quality. You have the mic on here, so we'll test those out. And you also have the little ear tips as well. And you have your USB-C cord. And Samsung did not throw in a clear case. Now I saw with another unboxing, you had a clear case, but that's not the case here. So over here we have the Galaxy S20. This is the cloud blue model. As you can see, very pretty looking. So one of the first things you're going to notice is the color shifting on this one is very nice as well. In the camera module or the setup is not as intrusive as on the Ultra model. I think it just overall looks better. And this is actually a pretty thin and light phone. It's actually lighter than the OnePlus 7 Pro, my daily driver that I use. I was pretty surprised. So it feels really nice in the hand, super premium. So at the bottom you have your headphone jack, or you have no headphone jack, sorry, no headphone jack, stereo speakers. You also have USB Type-C as well. You also have your power button and volume rockers on the right side. Alright, so if you check out the camera bump, guys, as you can see, it's not super poking out. It's pretty thin, but let's see if it'll bounce. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not getting a whole bunch of bounce, so it's pretty flat for the most part. Alright, so the display on here is just straight up crazy gorgeous, guys. It is a really nice display. It's very color accurate. You have your little punch hole. It's a 6.7 inch display, 1440p, 525 for the PPI. A very nice display. It's 120 hertz, but it's only 120 hertz at 1080p. It's not 120 hertz at 1440p. It's only 60 hertz, but there is a huge difference. I didn't think there was going to be a difference, but you can definitely feel the difference between the 90 hertz on the 7 Pro and this 120 hertz. It is just butter smooth. This is like, I mean, you can see every animation. Everything is like super smooth, guys. I mean, it's super impressive. Scrolling and everything. I didn't think it was gonna make a difference. Now I know you can't really see because this is like 30 FPS, but just take my word for it. It is a big difference as far as the 120 hertz versus the 90 hertz. It's very smooth. Now the display itself is super nice. It's, like I said, it's very color accurate as well. The punch hole is definitely smaller than on my S10e. It's about the size of the the Galaxy A51. So very good display. It's very bright so far. Slim bezels on here, and you also have, which is very cool, it's still curved, but it's not as curved as, let's say, the 7 Pro or the Galaxy S9 or something like that. It's actually very nice. So I actually like this minimum curve on here. Just gives you a more immersive feel, and it's not as annoying to look at. So you do have stereo speakers on here, so let's go ahead and check that out. So these sound really good. The hi-hats are just super crisp and clear. The mids and highs on here are definitely great. There's no distortion at high volumes as you would expect. So just awesome. These sound really... Yeah, those hi-hats sound beautiful. These are some really nice speakers so far. Alright, so let's talk about the cameras on this Plus model. So you have a quad camera setup, a 12 megapixel standard, you have a 64 megapixel telephoto, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and you also have a 0.3 TOF sensor on here as well. And this thing shoots 8K video. How crazy is that? 8K at 24 frames per second, and then you have 4K at 30 or 60 frames per second. 10 megapixel dual camera setup for the selfie, and that is 4K as well. Now let's go ahead and just go through the camera application real quick, because this is super one of the main reasons why a lot of people are going to buy this. So as you can see, video 8K 16 by 9. How crazy is that? So of course we'll test this out in, you know, other videos. But yeah, that's absolutely nuts. And I took a couple stills with this, which I will go ahead and show you guys. But let's just go through the camera. So photo, video, more. We have pro, panorama, food, night, live focus video, pro video, super slow-mo, hyperlapse, Bixby vision, and AR zone on here as well. So with the camera, I can go from, let's see, 0.1 to 0.2, 0.4, and then 0.6. Let's go ahead and back this up. And I can do the same thing for video as well. So I can do 6 times zoom on here, which is pretty cool. And it starts to distort, obviously, at kind of like 6 times, but it doesn't distort that much. That's just pretty cool. Of course, you have your wide angle lens on here as well. So I'll go ahead and show you some stills real quick so you guys can see. But as you can see, this is a very color accurate and very crisp and clear camera here, especially that 64 megapixel camera is just awesome. It gives you a lot of detail, very good depth. And I've heard stuff about the focusing, but this does a really good job focusing the Plus model. So it's very, very quick when you're taking photos. So gaming on here is going to be no joke. This guy has the Snapdragon 865, which is going to be a beast for gaming. You also have the Adreno 650. You also have micro SD support, 128 gigs of storage and 12 gigs of RAM. My computer only has 8 gigs of RAM. This thing has 12 gigs of RAM. Absolutely crazy. So you also have a 4,500 milliamp battery, 25 watt fast charging. You also have 15 watt wireless charging and the 9 watt reverse wireless charging as well. So gaming on here is really great as well. And one of the things I've noticed is that it looks really good in 1080p, but it looks even better obviously in 1440p. But you know, like everybody's been saying, you cannot use the high refresh rate at 1440p. Which is kind of a bummer, but Samsung is said to be fixing that in a software update. Wow. They are going to fix that in a software update, which is going to be awesome. So you will be able to use in 1440p. I just hate that you can't do that out of the box for a phone that costs this much. But as you can see, gaming on here is very nice. The display is beautiful. The punch hole is not really that intrusive. It's an overall great experience. And you also have, like I said, very loud speakers. Beautiful sounding speakers. Oh my god. So you pretty much get the gist. It's just a very fast. We are going to be doing a full gaming test to see if this phone gets hot at all. So that's one of the things I want to know. Is this phone going to get hot? So we're just going to have to go ahead and test that out in another video. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the software. So you have pretty much your standard stuff from One UI 2.0. Nothing is really different here. There is something really cool that you can keep open for quick launching. So if you're really into gaming, you can keep up to 3 applications open. So that means if I clear out RAM, this one actually will never clear out, and I can just go back to it. You know, like it was nothing, like I never left it, which is very awesome. So that is really, really cool thing that this phone can do. So you have everything on here, your edge panel, you know, all the standard stuff. Let's go ahead and check out the toggles. Man, this 120 hertz is just crazy. So flashlight, wireless power share, link to Windows, blue light filter, do not disturb, all your usual stuff, secure folder, Dolby Atmos, kids homes. You have your music share, screen recorder on here, and I'll go ahead and show you guys these settings on here. So we have our dark theme. Here's the motion. This is what that looks like. So we can do high refresh rate or go back to 60 hertz. Here's the screen resolution, and I'll go ahead and turn it on to 1440p. Go to motion smoothness, and as you can see, disabled, can't enable the 120 hertz. But for a phone this price, you're probably just going to want to just use it at the 120 hertz. You're not going to want to really, you know, there's no point of using it just, you know, at 1440p with no 120 hertz. So you have the fingerprint scanner on here is actually really fast. I haven't had an issue with it. It's pretty dead on. No issues at all with this one. As you can see, very accurate. You have your face unlocked as well. You have a few customization applications. Let's see what else we got. Wallpaper themes, biometrics and security, privacy, advanced features on here. Pretty much your standard stuff, your side key, call and text other devices, link to Windows. Pretty much all the stuff that you have on, you know, the S10e, your pop-up smart view. All that stuff works. You can expect this phone to be pretty much fast. If this phone's too big, you have one-handed mode. Your gestures on here. You can do the gestures, but I don't really like the gestures that much. You know, they do work and they're very smooth. I go ahead and show you guys. I mean, they work, but I'm just not a huge fan of the gestures on here. It's just not my thing. But like I said, it does work. Here's a pop-up view. Something I really like on Samsung devices. So I'm really impressed with the display on here. It's really awesome. I really like it. It's definitely the highlight for me, since being a display lover. I mean, it's a beautiful, very color accurate display. It's very high quality. Like I said, it doesn't curve too much. And yeah, so what do you guys want to see with the S20 Plus? Be sure to let me know, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Really enjoying this phone so far. Very beautiful. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.